Have you ever been on a trip and suddenly the hairs on the back of your neck shoot up, followed by a tingling chill that races down your spine? Well, I've been on more than a few of those, to places all over Texas where it seems the other side reaches through the veil. Or at least the stories do, if only to scare us right out of our boots. So join me as we take a different sort of day trip to darker destinations. It's a haunted Texas road trip. We have a very spooky stop in store for tonight. But while we journey, let's look back. It was a dark and stormy day trip. It's literally dark and stormy. I got a question. In all of your years making the Day Tripper, what's the scariest place you think we've been? Like legitimately scary.
I mean, San Angelo's up at the top.
San Angelo.
Did I chicken out? Maybe a little bit.
I will tell this story honestly. We were filming a segment about the officers' quarters. I was pretending to be a ghost. We had to rent the place for the night because we were filming so late. What rooms do y'all want, guys? We get to spend the night here. And y'all were all like, peace out, Chet. None of us want to stay here. I was like, this is your only chance to stay in a frontier fort.
And I said, have fun. Yeah.
The amenities may be lacking.
Yeah.
The ghost hospitality is through the roof. You know what? You regret not staying in the officers' quarters. I regret staying in the officers' quarters. It was terrifying.
And so here I am at midnight, sitting up inside of my room, a little bit freaked out, mainly because of things like that. That's terrifying. It's a creepy old lady. And the only other picture in the room, that one. Creepy little girl. You get what I'm saying? I haven't really seen anything just yet, but I am sitting up at midnight because I'm a little scared to turn the lights off. Wait, what was that?
I didn't sleep at all. I wanted to make it to the daylight, and I waited for like the tiniest little bit of purple on the horizon. I said, like, sun's up, that's it. John Mark, what about you? Scariest place we've been?
Oh man, I have to say the Magnolia Hotel in Seguin was probably by far the scariest place I think I've been on Day Tripper.
Oh yes, and scary doesn't even begin to describe our trip to one of the most haunted buildings in Texas. The tour goes room by room with stories of the hotel's 13 ghosts. Some ghosts are so active, they even leave toys out for them to play with. Super freaky.
Would you like to try the light?
What is the light?
Right,
okay.
Turn it off for Chad. Can you turn it off for Chad? He's got 3. Can you turn it back on, baby? One more time.
I promise we didn't fake that.
I think you're really going to enjoy upstairs, but I'd like for you to experience it on your own.
Are you? I think I need you for this.
No, on your own.
So armed with my little flashy thingies, into the blackness I go. Oh man, look around. I don't know if y'all can see the walls, but they are rough. Why do I agree to do this stuff? Do I throw this at something if it comes up? Why am I cradling this thing? Okay. We're getting some sort of reading in here. You know, there's a reason we're the Day Tripper and not the Night Tripper, okay? And this is it right here. There seems to be something about hotels that attracts ghosts. They check in, but they never. I mean, check out how spooky the Baker Hotel in Mineral Wells is. And the stories of the Driskill in Austin will give you the heebie-jeebies for life. But no haunted road trip would be complete without a stop in Jefferson, the most haunted small town in Texas, where we toured a home called The Grove. To Mitchell and his wife Tammy, ghostly experiences are just part of everyday life.
After living here for 10 years, what I've come to believe is that what we have are former owners coming back because they love the place so much, just to check on it. And I understand that because the Grove has become part of my heart and soul, and I plan on coming back after I'm gone.
So 100 years from now, people see a man with long hair and a beard.
Whoever lives here 100 years from now will talk about the rocking chair ghost, how that chair slowly starts rocking and you smell of coffee in the air, and that'll be me.
That's you.
Yeah.
As nice as Mitchell is, ain't no way I'd ever be his roommate.
What defines haunted?
I don't know.
Does somebody have to die in it?
Restless spirits.
Not necessarily dead, just unfinished business.
The first show I worked on was a ghost show.
Oh.
We had a medium that communicated with Abraham Lincoln.
You talked to Abraham Lincoln?
We did.
And we're just now hearing this story after all these miles on the road?
I think if you're an audio guy, you're automatically a ghost expert because you hear everything that no one else does.
Yeah. Wait. If we reverse it and slow it down to 2%, I think it has a message for us. Schneeslop, schneeslop. Schneeslop is clearly saying, I'm coming to kill you tonight. Schneeslop, schneeslop. It's not so much that we believe in ghosts or we're going to find the ghosts, it's the fun of being scared. It's kind of fun. With ghost stories everywhere in Texas, the fear and fun never stops. I mean, we've found haunts in historic forts, on an aircraft carrier appropriately named the Blue Ghost, even in wineries.
When I first got this house and started this project, I have to admit that I was quite a skeptic when it came to paranormal activity or any of those issues. Some things you can blame in just being a coincidence, and some things couldn't be.
Now, are the ghost experiences relative to the number of glasses of wine you drink
It's
here?
good. I think they like the wine.
They do? Okay.
I think they like it.
Well, they got good taste then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But one of the more memorable places we encountered the other side was a watering hole where the haunted and historic mix. Back in the early days of the Texas frontier, these rocks would serve as an earthen fort for settlers and soldiers traveling a nearby military road. So they would make their camp here, drink water from the creek, and use these rocks as their only protection from the constant threat of Indian attacks. But on one fateful day, even these rocks weren't enough. When a group of Indians, likely Comanches, massacred a caravan of settlers consisting of 18 men, women, and children. And as some of the locals will tell you, down here in this creek bed, the massacre still happens on every moonlit night, or even in the stillness of a dry, hot afternoon. People sometimes hear voices, screams even, and the distant thunder of the war drums. Wait, did you hear that? Sounded like... Did y'all hear that? I don't know, man. Okay, that's the... While the spots and the stories may be different, the common thread is that every small town has them.
There's something about small towns and creepy stories
yeah.
that we pass from generation to generation.
Yeah. It's a bit of our oral tradition, right?
It is.
And I think that's what I like most about it.
I love it.
My hometown, Sarah Jane Road.
Ooh, Sarah Jane.
The ghost of Sarah Jane looking for the baby that she lost in the creek. And my mom, without us knowing, she'd slip the car in neutral and then just start gunning it. The ghosts have got us! The ghosts! I would be in the floorboards crying.
Oh my goodness.
That's what messed me
Your
up.
mom
Thanks,
was awesome.
Mom. There are so many places all across Texas that feel like they should be haunted, regardless of whether or not they are. There's old jails,
Yes.
right? The Buffalo Bayou Cistern in Houston. Haunted? I don't know, but definitely creepy.
What was really creepy for me was Miss Hattie's Bordello Museum.
Oh, yeah. It was like a little too realistic,
it was
wasn't it?
very realistic, and then you also imagine Todd in a dress.
Or
I mean,
you,
I was
in
gonna
fact.
say,
I'm scarred for life.
Man, the Terlingua Cemetery.
oh, that was
Very
crazy.
creepy, right?
Yeah, any desert cemetery looks like it's right out of a movie. You just
If there aren't ghosts at that place,
Yeah, then ghosts don't exist,
Then
right?
ghosts don't exist, exactly.
The Terlingua Cemetery feels like it's straight out of a Wild West movie. And some places are creepy because they were in the movies. and are now seared into our collective nightmares.
Okay, so you might not recognize it now, but this house right behind me is very important in Texas history. Texas cinematic history. Because this house was once the home of the 1974 film, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
With the fresh paint and upscale decor, it's hard to imagine this place was ever scary to begin with. Looks pretty normal these days. I mean, I don't see anything terrifying about this place. Huge credit to the set designers. They can make any old house look scary. Just chalk that one up to movie magic, I guess. And then some stories are so strange and twisted, they feel like they should be a movie.
So here we are on the railroad tracks, but here's the story. You see, there used to be a rickety old wooden bridge that ran across this gap that some of the locals called Thunder Bridge or Monkey Bridge. And now legend holds that somewhere near this spot, a circus train once violently crashed. The monkeys that survived the crash escaped into these woods, but those that didn't survive are said to still be here, haunting this place. Ooh. You know, as brave as I sometimes am, I don't think I'm gonna be going into those woods today. Let's get back to the road. Huh?
Sadly, psychotic monkeys aren't the only animal that haunts me.
Chet, I've noticed you keep getting haunted by the same catfish. What's up with that?
You need to talk to the catfish, I don't know. Or I made a deal with him on the Salado Creek.
That was scary for a whole number of reasons. But the real catfish haunting came in Waxahachie. Housed inside an old Victorian home, the Catfish Plantation is Waxahachie's most iconic restaurant. But what makes this place especially unique is that all the cooking comes with a side of paranormal activity.
All right, so I was gonna ask y'all about the historic architecture of the house, but I think I need to start on...
Okay, stop. Oh, something you said. Stop. Oh, there's something interfering in this room.
Sometimes they do interfere when we do filming or investigations and stuff.
Maybe the ghosts are more Texas Country Reporter fans.
The thing is with the activity, we're rated in the top 50 most consistently active in the U.S. When we do investigations, we generally always get something.
Floating orbs in photos, taps on the shoulder. They've seen almost everything. As they say, come for the ghosts, come back for the food.
Oh yeah, I love me some country fried catfish. Oh, it's so good. Yeah. No, it's a ghost! It's a catfish ghost because I'm eating your family. Oh, wait, Daniel, if you're controlling the ghost catfish, does that mean you're a ghost too? No. Ah!
Well, I think it's finally time to arrive at today's, or should I say tonight's, destination. Saratoga, Texas, about an hour northwest of Houston and deep in the piney woods. And we're here to hunt a ghostly phenomenon called the Saratoga Lights.
And I think where we're gonna go tonight, I'm freaking out a little bit.
Ah, good.
I mean, turn your lights off and drive down a road? Chet, what are we doing?
We may not make it back. That's the fun part.
I have to talk to my wife about that one.
I'm hoping the Saratoga Lights are a little more than what we figured out the Marfa Lights were.
And what were those?
I mean, Daniel, it's a little deep. It's a little deep to explain. A reflection of space and time.
Yeah. Were they beautiful?
Oh, yeah, absolutely beautiful.
I'm still not sure I understand them. Today, Saratoga is more of a look back at what was than what is, as this town boomed in the early 1900s around the oil industry. Its biggest claim to fame is that it was the birthplace of country legend George Jones. But today, folks mainly come to Saratoga for one thing: to catch a glimpse of the unexplainable down Bragg Road, otherwise known as Ghost Road.
All right, y'all, so this is Ghost Road. I've asked a local expert to meet us out there. I've never met him, but I think this might be our guy right here. At least I hope it is. Daniel, I need backup. Let's get out. Matthew?
Chet?
Yes.
Matthew, Ghost Hunter, Southeast Texas. Welcome to Ghost Road in Saratoga, Texas.
Oh man, even in the daytime, this place is creepy.
Yeah, I mean, it's just driving through here, it definitely sets the mood for what you guys are going to experience while you're down here tonight.
As with all ghost stories, the experience has everything to do with the history.
This is originally a road that they built for railroads to run oil back in the early 1900s. So here we are, you can see the mosquitoes, you can see the swampland. What a great place to build a railroad.
Wow, man, it sounds like one of the most treacherous places to build a railroad.
And exactly, and that's what it was. Between the rising waters, having to repair it all the time, and the deaths from people working on it with malaria and things like that, it didn't last.
Wow. Okay, so what's the paranormal phenomenon that happens out here?
So what it is that they find these lights that just show up out of nowhere. Now, there's some skeptics out there that say, oh, well, you've got a state highway on one end and a state highway on the other. Some of that can definitely be debunked. And, you know, as a healthy skeptic, when we do our stuff, we're doing the same thing. But there's a point where you reach this no man's land and you start to feel it.
So have you ever had an experience out here?
Actually, on the way in, I wish I'd had my dash cam with me because I did actually see a light that I had no explanation for.
Today?
Yeah, today.
15 minutes ago?
Yeah, 15 minutes ago on my way in. Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
The energy still here is so strong that it causes these anomalous effects to happen.
Any tips as a ghost hunter, what we should do?
Keep an open mind.
Okay.
Don't let your camera down for anything.
Okay.
Because you never know when something's gonna pop up. And just be healthy skeptics about it.
Sounds like good advice to me. Growing up in Southeast Texas, I drove this road numerous times. It was a tradition. Funny how things that scare us become so much a part of what we do. It's as if we enjoy the feeling of fear. And in some cases, facing our fears is a rite of passage, like crossing the San Antonio ghost tracks where the spirits of children push cars to safety.
I'm not pushing the brakes. I'm not pushing the gas. I'm not even holding the steering wheel, and we are definitely moving. This is freaky, guys. Something is happening, and we're speeding up as we get close to the tracks. I'm pretty sure that we're going uphill. This is weird. Oh, wow! We just went over the tracks and the gas wasn't on. I wasn't pushing anything. Something happened, guys. I don't know what that was, but that was all kinds of freaky.
And there's almost no bigger tradition in Texas than football. But what happens when you mix football with ghosts?
You know, they say in football, all that matters is what happens on the field. But here in San Saba, it's also what happens underneath the field. 6 feet underneath the field. You see, before this was a football field, it was a graveyard. And when they readied the field for play in the 1930s, they just moved the tombstones, not the bodies. Meaning, they're still down there.
The legend tells us that when an opposing team comes to play and unexplained things foil their efforts, well, they say it's just the spirits rising up from their unmarked graves to help their local armadillos win.
There's nothing San Saba armadillos hate more than Goldthwait eagles. So I figure if these spirits are gonna come out, well, this ought to upset them real good. I dare them to try and stop me. Houston 4-2! Houston 4-2! Hey! Ah! What was that? Oh! Give me the ball! I'm going in the end zone!
Why is nobody helping me?
What in the world is he doing?
No idea.
You know, I probably should have retired from football after high school. Well, folks, if the nighttime is the right time for ghost hunting, then our time has arrived.
Okay, so the sun has gone down and it is now completely pitch black out here. I mean, black. Even the light of the moon is almost completely covered by the canopy of trees. This road was scary enough during the daylight. It is straight up terrifying now. And I don't know, but where did the fog come from? All right, guys, let's load up and go hunting for that Saratoga Lights.
This dirt road is 8 miles long, straight as an arrow through some of the thickest woods and bog that East Texas has to offer.
Okay, guys, let's keep your eyes peeled.
So who among us are skeptics?
I mean, I'm skeptic.
Are you skeptic?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, because I have no belief in any of this.
Ah! Anybody? No?
Dang. I just jerked my hand.
I mean,
Sorry.
you got me a little bit.
A little bit?
I jumped.
It's not just what we might see. The sounds are creepy too.
Did y'all hear that?
I did.
No, for real.
Yes.
What
was
that?
No.
Ooh, that's a different one.
Yeah, it is a different one. It is like a haunted soundtrack. Like you could just play this at a haunted house, every kid would be terrified.
If driving a dark dirt road wasn't enough, many parts of it are flooded. And downed trees make for slow getaways if something happens out here.
Any lights back there, team?
Nope. I'm kind of disappointed.
Are y'all's cameras on the ghost settings? How weird would it be if this road we knew was 8 miles long, but like 3 hours from now we're still just driving down this road like we get caught in a ghost loop.
The anticipation is the hardest part.
Show yourself.
That always works on the ghost hunter shows.
Yeah. Be ye friend, be ye foe.
Spirit speak!
And just as we're all starting to doubt.
Whoa, look straight, look straight.
Oh,
There's a light.
I saw something.
I saw a light.
Look straight.
It's constant.
Some of them are constant.
I don't know, that looks like an orb to me.
Dude.
Did we just
see
experience
the
Saratoga Lights? High five!
Yeah! Yes! It's a really, really warm orb.
Yes. Yeah. We weren't making that up.
Nope.
Hey, Skeptic Todd, you just still disappointed?
I'm actually impressed. I'm actually impressed. I have no explanation.
Be a healthy
Oh,
skeptic. I see
look,
that?
you're getting this.
I see this one.
You're getting this, Daniel.
Yep, there it is again. Right there.
But just as soon as they appear, they disappear. And then reappear again. These lights are baffling.
I think I just need a closer look, guys. I gotta get out of the car and go and look closer.
Chet, come on. Get back in here.
Y'all get out of the car. I promise you can see it so much better out here.
No.
Oh my gosh. It's getting a little brighter. Is that? What is that? It's. It wants to make contact. Who are you? What are you? You're beautiful.
What about me, Chet? Aren't I beautiful? Wait, or is it bootiful? Boo. Did I scare you? You didn't think I'd miss another haunted Texas road trip, did you? From moonlit nights that bring Lone Star frights to ghostly places and haunted faces. Do you dare to take a day trip of chance? Because it just might scare you straight out of your pants. Well, now that was fun. So I'll see all y'all out on the road to eternity. Via con Dios, amigos. Oh dear. How do I get out of this tree? Oh, there's a lot of sap in here. A lot of sap.
If you liked this video, chances are you're gonna love another video that's somewhere right about here. Or you can visit thedaytripper.com. But above all, what I want you to do most, remember the Alamo. I'll see all y'all out on the road. Bye con Dios, amigos.